Hello everybody, it is MKO3 here, and today we will be talking about the drama between DanTDM, Mr. Beast, KSI, and the Force guy, Logan Paul. So let's get started. So originally there was a tweet by DanTDM saying, quote unquote, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." End quote. And after that tweet, Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast decided to talk back, with KSI getting the most backlash for handling the situation very, very poorly, and Logan Paul getting the least due to turning off replies on his tweets. Do note that community notes were talking back since he decided to turn off replies, and people also reposted talking back to Logan Paul. Mr. Beast, in my opinion, handled it the most well, considering both Logan Paul and KSI took it as a personal attack while Mr. Beast took it as general criticism. Now, each of these people have had problems in their past. Mainly Mr. Beast, because there is recent reports with Mr. Beast from contestants that he gives them poor living conditions. Back to the main topic, Lunchly. So what's with it and Lunchly? Well, with Lunchly, it is said that they scan it for any metal source, notably lead, because it was said that Lunchables has lead in it. However, it is scanning for more big sources of metal. You see, lead can still pass through in small amounts. In the US, the average safe amount of lead in a food product is 0.5 micrograms per day, and that's the maximum dose in California. Do know that Lunchables has an average of 70% of the safe dose of lead in it, whereas Lunchly, quote unquote, doesn't, which Logan Paul has stated. However, there is many reports that the Prime hydration drink is contaminated with lead, stated by the community notes. So why is that important, you may ask? Well, this means that Logan Paul is being very hypocritical. You cannot advertise a product stating that it doesn't have any lead in it, when in many cases have stated the contrary. Now, by the name of Lunchly, you may think that isn't this supposed to be a more convenient way of getting my kid lunch? Well, yes, but no, not really. Convenient, yes. However, the thing is, it has too few calories to be a lunch replacement. And if you hit the minimum requirement calories to make it a lunch, you're overdosing on sodium. So it being fewer in calories than Lunchable can be good. That would mean it would act more as a snack than a lunch, or Lunchly. The one thing that will do well is having electrolytes. However, it doesn't seem important to have electrolytes when the nutrition matters more. And if you've seen Lunchly, you know that. Well, it doesn't have good nutrition value even with electrolytes. They lack the necessary carbs, good or bad depending. They lack a good amount of protein and more fat levels than protein, which isn't good for advertising a product that is healthier. When based on nutrition, it's basically a donut in disguise. Now let's watch the video KSI put out on his end of the bargain. Ironically, during this whole situation, both Logan Paul and KSI kept attacking Dan without Dan saying a word back, and they seem to still be losing. Anyways, let's watch the video, shall we?
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans?
I don't think this drama sequence is gonna fool anyone. You were the first to attack. He made a generalization here, as he's saying YouTubers and not specifically you guys. Well, yes, he replied and quoted a tweet. It's supposed to directly go towards more of a generalization of YouTubers, not just you as a whole.
This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better! Do better!
What's ironic is Logan Paul also attacked DanTDM, and remember, both of them have been attacking him constantly. But DanTDM hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything back to it. Not once.
DanTDM came through with his tweet, so I was like, alright, I gotta reply to this. So this is what I said. Looks like crap to me, while showing his toys that he sold to kids.
I hope you understand there's a difference between items and food. There's a difference between toys that can have wear and tear in it from food which you eat once. Unless you buy it again. See what I'm getting at here?
How does this benefit your fans, Dan? Now, obviously, people didn't realize that I was shining a mirror in his face. Instead, they were like,
wait, you did the same as Dan. You
And yes, that's fair, but I'm not the one complaining.
Okay, first of all, number one, that laugh is fake as shit. Number two, even though he did quote the tweet, it wasn't directed towards you. He just says YouTubers, and he never said anything about your names. Number three, it is wear and tear. There's a reason with wear and tear here. And number four is he didn't keep attacking you more than once, if he did attack you specifically.
Well, okay then. He was talking about food, not merchandise and toys. And I'm like, okay, sure. Let's keep moving the goalposts. But okay, did I reply to this? He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? At this point, his fans imploded.
Number one, he doesn't have a full company that sponsors food, and he doesn't specifically own that company either if he did have one. Number two, he never did it more than twice, if I can recall, whereas you guys have done it in almost all of your videos and try to get at least somewhat prime or any type of food that you guys own. Number three, it's candy. It's not meant to be nutritious or anything like that, whereas you guys were supposed to sponsor it, your own food company, quote unquote, Lunchly, as a lunch replacement, if your name is supposed to be that statement. Anyways, the rest of the video is just him fake laughing and also pointing out stuff that can be easily disproven in a matter of seconds. So let's just continue on. So, what are my thoughts? I think it is quite petty of them to keep talking back on Dan when he hasn't had anything to say back yet. It is also quite hypocritical to even say or even consider Lunchly even close to being healthy. While yes, it is moderately healthier than Lunchables, it is not a lunch replacement. Like I've stated before, it lacks the proper nutrition by a margin, even with added electrolytes. And the only one who has taken this not by heart, even with his own drama, is Mr. Beast. Whereas Logan Paul and KSI are still trying to talk back on Dan without him even saying anything else. In the tweet, it seemed like Dan just wanted to make it about how YouTubers should do better. And while yes, it is responding to Lunchly, I don't think it meant any harm, which both Logan Paul and KSI haven't really realized yet, considering both of them have been involved into some drama themselves. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's commentary video. If you did, why not like, subscribe? If you also want to, you can donate to my Cash App or comment. Anyways, bye.